Ladies and gentlemen, Iskandar Widjaja.
Please
have a seat. Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Thank you so much for coming
Thank
to the
you.
studio.
Thank
Please
you
have
so
a
much
seat,
for having me.
Iskandar.
Wow,
Oh my God. Mesmerizing.
that was amazing.
Oh,
my
guys,
God.
you're so kind.
It's not about only about the sound of it, but how you actually stage it, and also how you actually embody the song.
I
Well,
feel
it's
like
part
I'm
of
in
the
another world, you know.
Thank you so much.
I'm not here,
You're too
Hans. I'm
kind.
not here. I'm sorry.
Well, Shafira just told me that she has a desire to battle you in playing violin.
Oh.
Can you see from her face?
Do you play the violin?
I don't know. Absolutely not.
But anyway,
I just love to hear the sound.
we're talking about that song
Yeah.
that you just played. What was the title of the song? What was that?
Aria of a Gemini tiger.
Wait, what?
Quite elaborate, quite complex.
All right.
So, okay, can you explain more about
Sure,
the song?
sure. So I was born in the year of 1986. Oops. In the year of the tiger, Chinese seal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also I'm a Gemini from the zodiac.
Oh,
So it kind of really describes myself. And I wrote this song a while ago, but kind of forgot about it. And then I got a call from an Indonesian businessman who owns an island where there is free living Sumatra tiger.
Oh, yeah.
And he asked me to shoot a video there. And I was like, okay, I've got a song that's really fitting for this occasion. And then we were shooting it in Tumbling, which is North Sumatra. Yeah.
All right. So you recall what you
Yes.
had. Oh, so basically you are composing your own music.
I started during the pandemic. I'm classically trained. I grew up with, Bach, Mozart, Beethoven, and so forth. But during the pandemic, most of the concerts got cancelled, so I had a lot of time and a lot of artistic, energy, and I wanted to canalize it. And I started composing my own music.
Nice.
So, was your first love have always been violin?
Yes, definitely. I saw it the first time when I was 4 years old in a kids' concert in Germany, and I begged my mom to buy me a violin.
Oh,
I was
wow.
super impressed by it.
Okay. So can you share with us why violin?
Well, people say...
What makes you love violin?
Yeah. People say that kids that choose, the violin have a tendency to like fairy tales and have a lot of fantasy and be very creative, but also a kind of messy. And then kids that are super analytical, structured, and like mathematics and stuff like this would rather choose the piano because it's kind of more like an analytical kind of thing. You know what I mean?
But you chose violin.
In my case, it's
That's
true.
interesting.
But how did you start it? I mean, since 4 years old,
Yes.
you asked your mom to buy you a violin. Did you go
Exactly.
to a certain course, or you have like a private teacher coming to your place, or what?
Well, we have a great program in Berlin. That's where I grew up,
Yeah.
in Germany. It's called the Suzuki program. It's a method from Japan, and it's also called the mother tongue method, where you learn by hearing without actually learning the notes, but just by hearing the music and then trying to imitate it.
Okay.
Exactly like kids learn their mother tongue without learning the grammar first, but just
Mimicking.
by listening. Exactly.
yeah.
And that's a very intuitive approach in the beginning, and that's how I started out.
Oh wow! From the with the Suzuki method. That's
exactly.
very interesting.
So you play
I wish that
violin
I can
before you
hear,
read the notes.
Exactly.
So you started at 4?
I started at 4.
Okay, I think it's too
yeah.
late for me. Because okay,
Never
I
too
just
late.
I'm
Please join
I'm
us.
trying to learn another instrument. Then. All right, so Iskandar, since you are now a professional violinist, you are working. You are as a pro in Germany as well. You started in Germany, right?
Yeah.
So how did you start your career as a violinist professionally in Germany?
Well, I entered a music college when I was 11. There's like a special...
Wait, hold on right there.
11 years old.
College
you went
at
to
11.
College.
Yeah. Well, there's this kind of pre-college program for musically gifted kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and you
Like,
enter
like an X-Men school.
kind of the Power Rangers of the violin, right?
True.
No, well, I entered this kind of pre-college when I was 11 years old, and it's very professional training right from the start. You have all these exams and technical, kind of exams, and you have tutorship from all the professors from university.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I was going to a normal high school.
All right.
Okay.
And had professional music training early on.
okay.
And
Wow.
that gives you, of course, a lot of kind of advantage from early on if you have highly professional training right from the start. And I really appreciated it. And right now I would like to also encourage young generations to start as early as possible with music because it
you start
really
very
helps you.
early.
in life in general, I guess.
Of
music.
course.
Yeah, yeah.
And he started very early, started at 4 years old, and you are been focusing along the way. And now look at you, you are playing international as well in Germany. Also here in Indonesia, probably you see lots of challenges, especially in the early years. What were the challenges you faced when you began your career, especially in Europe?
Yeah. Well, the violin is a super, super difficult instrument to master. It takes years and years of practice, and there's a lot of technical proficiency that you need to acquire.
Yeah.
And first of all, there are these obstacles. You need to master the instrument, and it's quite a hard work.
Yeah.
A lot of sweat, tears,
Yeah.
not so much blood, but. So I had a super playful start, but then as soon as I got into college, it was quite severe training, quite strict teacher. You know, these Germans, kind of
Oh,
work
it's
by
getting
the book.
serious.
Yeah, work by the book, work by the rules,
Yeah.
and you have to kind of follow this in order to be free as an artist. First, you have to know the rules in order to break them later.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now that's from your educational side. But once you enter the professional world, what was the challenge? I mean, being an Asian looking in a European market.
Where the
Exactly,
this
where the
kind of
classical music is actually
From
reaching-
there.
in Europe, yeah.
Yes.
And how did that do to you?
yeah.
Well, I must say that Germany treated me pretty well. They're really open towards exotic things, and if you come from another country or with another background, and bring something fresh to the market,
Yeah.
they're really appreciative of it, and I must say I'm really grateful for everything I got from Germany. So I guess now the challenge is to find a singular, unique voice within the music market. And I like to mix up things, different cultures. I like to go back to my roots, find things that interest me here. For instance, the gamelan music.
Yeah.
Combine
You've
it
been
with my
following.
classical background. So
Yeah.
this is really interesting. And Germans really appreciate this kind of exotism.
Oh wow! So you have your own market there.
Exactly. A little
Ah,
niche.
yeah.
Little niche.
Very
Little
niche
Iskandar
and thick.
niche.
All right. So we also heard that you are not only a violinist, but you're also a teacher for
Well,
violin.
The thing is, I started taking 2 kids only because my schedule doesn't allow more. Now I have 2.5. I have
2.5.
Well, the 7-year-old doesn't count.
Elaborate the whole.
It's a super highly gifted 7-year-old. She's sort of a prodigy. She already plays Paganini and stuff. So I accepted her as not a full student, but a half student.
How do you curate all of your students?
Well, my first Suzuki teacher that moved back to the States, she got sick in the beginning of the pandemic and asked me to help her and replace her for a while.
Okay.
And I kind of took over 2 of her best students to help her. And these remain really dear to my heart. They win all competitions all over the place. Both of them already performed in Carnegie Hall, New York.
Whoa!
Yeah, so I'm really proud, and I can't stop bragging about them.
Now that you are bragging about your students, we want to hear from you as of yourself. What is the most prestigious achievement that you've ever felt?
Experience
probably.
Okay, I don't give much on competitions because I think Bela Bartok, the composer, once said competitions are for horses, not for musicians.
Yes.
So you can't really measure or measure quality of music or feeling. You can't measure feeling, right? Not like in sports. But yeah, I've done all of these competitions in my youth and won some of the prizes. Well, you can check that online. But I guess playing in some venues like Berlin Philharmonic Hall, Elbphilharmonie in Hamburg, Tel Aviv Opera House, Hong Kong City Hall. This was really great to be able to share my music on these kind of platforms. But I also enjoy playing in small settings or clubs or privately. I don't really make a difference where I play.
Yeah.
I always want to give my best.
Ah, that's nice. Really, it must be very interesting if you are a musician and you know your music, you have your uniqueness, and people are expecting accept that as a whole thing from Iskandar Widjaja. Woohoo! We're gonna talk more about the violence, his journey, and we will play some games later on.
Yep.
All right.
Okay.
Please don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Okay,
Iskandar, please.
sure.